My name is Ayana Anderson, and I'm the SVP of Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging at Highwire PR. I officially stepped into a DEI role in 2020. I actually have a background in African American studies. I'm an adjunct ethnic studies professor at Laney College, the community college in Oakland. I just have been doing multicultural justice work for a long time. So I think for driving engagement, as you listen to your members and you hear about things and issues that they flag, it could be an opportunity to do something that creates a lot of momentum. As an example, at our PR firm, one of our sisters in our Black women's ERG, which really wasn't even an ERG at the time, it was more of a sister circle. She was experiencing being microaggressed by a client around her protective hairstyles. One week she might have braids, next week she might have a wig, next week she might have cornrows. And the conversation with the client every week was like all about her hair. And she's an intern. And she was like, okay, I think I appreciate it, but then I don't want to be the subject of all this attention. And so then as Black women, we were like, do people even know the history of how far we've had to fight, how much we've had to fight in order to really bring our hair authenticity to the workplace, to be free in our hair expression, to get away from feeling like you have to have relaxed and permed hair to be considered professional. And so out of that, we created a whole conversation in tandem with Juneteenth. We called it the Emancipation Proclamation for Black women and our hair in the workplace. A lot more Black women were like, to be a part of this and get together and talk about the issues. And so for us, we looked at out of something that was painful, we had a moment to educate the broader industry and really create and really put us on the map, because a lot of people are not talking about the Crown Act at work. They're not talking about Black women and fair justice at work. Being very innovative, but literally taking a painful moment and turning that into power. As we've continued to just have bomb programming, great assets, seeing how people reference what we're doing as incoming talent, seeing people talk about the impact we've made and the sense of community they felt as they leave and they send their departure notes to our agency. That really has, I think, lit a fire with our executives. And so now we have more executives that are joining some of our ERGs, which has been exciting. And even some of our executives have said, I've never really identified with this side of my identity, but because you all are creating this space, I finally feel like I can step into who I am and not have a sense of shame and not have a sense of I need to code switch, I need to downplay this side of my identity. They just are coming into their own, which has been really exciting. Really out of the box thinking. I met a person at Afrotech who's in PR like I am, but then he also was like, I work in a dating app. And I was like, really? And I said, can you talk to our ERG about trends in Black love? And he did. It's a very cool conversation. And he was able to say, this is what's in with dating right now. This is what's out. Literally the trendscape for that, which was really fun. I just think, particularly right now with this, we're going to an election year. I just think that sometimes burnout's so real, especially in the field that we're in, public relations. We're always on 24/7, 365. I just think it's a matter of again, saying to folks, today I was just on an affinity group call and people literally just said, I'm so tapped out, but what I want to talk about is Cowboy Carter. I want to talk about all the songs that I like. I want to talk about Taylor Swift dropping her album versus Beyonce's album. And it was a light conversation, but recognizing people were in a place where they just want to keep it light, want to keep it kind of top line and not super heavy, I think is great. Now, we know heavy times are coming, particularly in an election year, and some of these things happen. And I just think knowing that you have your peeps so that when it goes down externally, that you have your network and you have that sense of comfort. If I need to just give somebody a holler and know that someone's, I got you sis, or I got you, that exists. And I think that's really important.